In the vast expanse of our universe, there are mysteries that leave even the greatest minds baffled. A team of scientists has recently stumbled upon something so otherworldly that it could change the course of human history. Could it be an ancient relic from a lost civilization? A cosmic signal from an advanced extraterrestrial life form? Or perhaps a glimpse into a parallel universe where the rules of nature are entirely different? Join us as we dive deep into this enigma and unravel 20 of the most shocking and unexplained mysteries in our world today that will absolutely blow your mind. Number 20, Devil's Bridge. The name Devil's Bridge refers to several ancient bridges scattered across Europe, but one of the most renowned is in Germany, known as the Roy Brooks. This particular bridge was constructed in the 19th century. What sets this bridge apart is its remarkable semicircular design, which when mirrored in the water below, creates a perfect circle. This optical illusion has captivated people's imaginations for years. According to local legend, the bridge was built with the help of the devil himself. The tale goes that the devil struck a deal with a local builder. The devil would assist in constructing the bridge in exchange for the soul of the first person to cross it. Once the bridge was finished, the clever builder outwitted the devil by sending a dog across the bridge first, thus avoiding the fate the devil had intended. The bridge is constructed from basalt stones, giving it a rugged and almost otherworldly appearance. Its intricate design and seamless integration into the surrounding natural landscape make it a popular destination for photographers and tourists. Despite its beauty, the bridge is quite delicate and fragile. To protect its structure, walking on the bridge is strictly forbidden. The origins of the Devil's Bridge remain hidden in mystery, with no clear explanation of how it came to be. Number 19, Lost Colony of Roanoke. The Lost Colony at Roanoke was a group of 117 men, women, and children who landed on Roanoke Island in 1587. This was the very first attempt by the English to establish a settlement in the New World. Sir Walter Raleigh initiated the colony, and his friend John White led it. Queen Elizabeth I had granted Raleigh a charter for this endeavor. The exploration aimed primarily to find wealth in the New World, and secondarily, to set up a base from which the Queen's robbers could launch attacks on the Spanish treasure sailing ships. The settlers convinced John White to return to England to gather the necessary supplies for their survival and success. However, when White returned to Roanoke, he was shocked to find the island completely deserted. There was no sign of the settlers, nor was there any evidence of a struggle or conflict. The fate of the settlers remains a mystery, and scientists may never uncover what truly happened to them. This failure did, however, prompt the English to establish the Jamestown colony in 1607, which became the first permanent and successful English settlement in the New World. The mystery of Roanoke continues to intrigue historians and archaeologists, capturing the imagination of many who wonder about the lost colony's fate. Number 18, Zodiac Killer. The Zodiac Killer is one of America's most notorious and mysterious serial killers, who brought fear to Northern California in the late 1960s and early 70s. Known for his strange messages and a terrifying game of cat and mouse with the police, the Zodiac claimed he killed 37 people, though only 5 victims have been confirmed. The first confirmed Zodiac killings happened on December 20, 1968, when high school students Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday were shot near Vallejo, California. The killer struck again on July 4, 1969, targeting Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau, also near Vallejo. Mageau survived and provided a description of the attacker. The Zodiac's signature move was sending taunting letters to local newspapers, which included secret messages and codes. One such code, sent in 3 parts, was decoded by a high school teacher and his wife, revealing a chilling message about the killer's enjoyment in murdering. Despite these letters, a composite sketch, and numerous suspects, the Zodiac was never caught. His cryptic messages and hidden identity have inspired countless theories, books, and films, notably the 2007 movie Zodiac. Arthur Lee Allen is often considered the primary suspect in the Zodiac Killer case. Allen was a convicted child molester and former elementary school teacher who drew police attention due to several suspicious factors. He was first interviewed by police in 1969 and again in 1971, as he matched the physical description given by surviving victims and exhibited behavior that raised investigators' suspicions. Despite circumstantial evidence, such as his possession of a Zodiac brand watch and his close proximity to several of the crimes, no definitive proof linking him to the Zodiac killings was ever found. Allen died in 1992, and subsequent DNA testing on evidence from the Zodiac letters did not match his DNA, leaving the case unresolved. Number 17. Stonehenge. Stonehenge, composed of massive stones arranged in a circular layout, continues to baffle historians and archaeologists alike. Was it an astronomical observatory, a sacred ritual site, or perhaps a gateway to realms beyond our understanding? Adding to its mystery, some of the stones, known as bluestones, were transported over 150 miles from Wales, an astonishing feat hidden in mystery and speculation. Recent discoveries suggest that Stonehenge played a role in a vast, interconnected network of spiritual and ceremonial landscapes, indicating that its significance went far beyond mere architecture. Intriguingly, its precise alignment with celestial events, such as the heats, hints at a sophisticated knowledge of astronomy and cosmic cycles far ahead of its time. Stonehenge remains an enduring icon of the ancient world, inviting us to unravel its secrets and ponder its profound significance in human history. And now a 240-page book from the early 20th century has emerged unlike any other, promising to shed new light on this enigmatic monument. Number 16. Antikythera mechanism. The Antikythera mechanism is an ancient Greek device discovered in 1901 in a shipwreck near the Greek island of Antikythera. Often hailed as the world's first computer, this fascinating instrument was used to track the movements of the sun, moon, and planets. Made of bronze and about the size of a shoebox, it features a complex system of gears, similar to those found in clocks. This intricate mechanism could predict astronomical events and was likely built around 100 BC, making it over 2,000 years old. People marvel at how such a sophisticated device could have been created so long ago. The Antikythera mechanism contains more than 30 bronze gears and was capable of calculating lunar eclipses, the phases of the moon, and the positions of the planets. It could even track the cycles of the Olympic Games and other festivals. This remarkable artifact demonstrates that the ancient Greeks possessed advanced knowledge of astronomy and engineering. The mechanism was found amidst the wreckage of a ship that sank in the 1st century BC, which was transporting luxury goods from the eastern Mediterranean to Rome. While other artifacts were recovered from the site, the Antikythera mechanism stands out as the only object of its kind ever discovered, highlighting the exceptional ingenuity of its creators. Number 15. Russian radio station UVB-76. No one really knows why a Russian shortwave radio station produced strange beeps, buzzes, and hums, but thousands of people were listening. This mysterious station broadcasted day and night from an old rusting tower in a forest north of Moscow. For at least a decade before 1992, it transmitted almost nothing but beeps. Then it switched to buzzes, ranging from 21 to 34 per minute, each lasting about a second. A nasal signal booming through the crackling sky. The signal was believed to come from a mini-military city near the town of Polvarovo. The repetitive buzzes were occasionally interrupted, perhaps once every few weeks, by a male voice delivering short sequences of numbers and phrases, often strings of Russian names. Most of the time, though, the airwaves were filled with an endless, almost maddening series of incomprehensible tones. The loudness and pitch of the buzzing sometimes changed, as did the intervals between the tones. Every hour on the hour, the station would quickly buzz twice. Throughout all the dramatic changes in Russia over the last decade of the Cold War and the first 2 decades after it, the rise and fall of Mikhail Gorbachev, the end of the Afghan War, the collapse of the Soviet Union, the chaotic transition to a market economy, Boris Yeltsin's presidency, the bombing of the parliament, the Chechen wars, the rise of the oligarchs, the financial crisis, and the emergence of Vladimir Putin, UVB-76, as the station was known, continued its broadcasts without interruption. During this time, the station captivated a small group of shortwave radio enthusiasts who tuned in and recorded nearly everything it transmitted. Number 14. Oak Island Money Pit. The Oak Island Money Pit is a legendary mystery that has intrigued treasure hunters and historians for over 200 years. Situated off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada, Oak Island became famous in 1795 when three young men found a strange, circular depression on the island's surface. Believing they had found buried treasure, they started digging and uncovered layers of oak logs at regular intervals, leading to the name Money Pit. As they dug deeper, they discovered various booby traps and flooding tunnels, suggesting deliberate and clever engineering. The mystery grew with subsequent expeditions uncovering more puzzles, stone markers with cryptic symbols, coconut fibers, and fragments of a gold chain, all hinting at a sophisticated construction and possibly a hidden treasure buried far below. Over the years, many attempts to solve the mystery and retrieve the supposed treasure have been made. These efforts involved advanced drilling operations and even attempts to drain the flooded shafts. However, each attempt faced significant challenges, including collapses, flooding, and differing interpretations of the artifacts found. Number 13. The WOW signal. In the vast, uncharted realms of space, a single unexplained signal has ignited the curiosity of both scientists and space enthusiasts. Back in 1977, as astronomer Jerry Amon was scanning the skies for signs of alien life, he detected a powerful radio signal from the organization Sagittarius. This signal, lasting a remarkable 72 seconds, was so extraordinary that Amon circled it on the printout and scribbled "WOW" next to it, leading to its famous name, the WOW signal. What made the signal even more intriguing was its frequency of 1,420 MHz, the natural emission frequency of hydrogen, the universe's most common element. Despite numerous searches and countless theories, the WOW signal has never been explained or replicated. Was it a message from an alien civilization, or just a random cosmic event? The mystery remains, challenging our understanding of the universe. Adding to the enigma, there is a weird tale of an entire colony that vanished without leaving a single clue behind. This mysterious disappearance continues to baffle and haunt those who seek to unravel the secrets of the universe. Number 12. Roman dodecahedron. The Roman dodecahedron is a captivating and enigmatic artifact from ancient Rome. This small, empty object, shaped like a 12-sided die known as a dodecahedron, is made from either bronze or stone. These intriguing dodecahedrons have been unearthed in various locations across the vast expanse of the Roman Empire. What makes the Roman dodecahedron particularly fascinating is the fact that its true purpose remains unknown, presenting a puzzle that continues to baffle historians and archaeologists alike. Despite extensive research, the function of the dodecahedron is still covered in mystery. Some scholars speculate that it might have served as a calendar or timekeeping device, with its 12 sides possibly representing the months of the year or the hours of the day. Others suggest that it could have been a piece used in ancient Roman dice games, considering the Romans' fondness for such entertainment. Another intriguing theory assumes that the dodecahedron was involved in religious or magical rituals, adding an air of mysticism to its history. However, no concrete evidence has been found to definitively support any of these theories. The true purpose of the Roman dodecahedron remains one of history's great unsolved mysteries, capturing the imagination of those who encounter it and sparking endless curiosity about the lives and practices of ancient Romans. Number 11. Max Headroom. Broadcast interruption. On November 22, 1987, the television signals of two Chicago, Illinois stations were hijacked, broadcasting a pirate transmission featuring an anonymous individual dressed as Max Headroom to hundreds of home viewers. The first incident took place during the sports segment of WGN-TV's newscast at 9 p.m. This initial hijacking displayed a masked person swinging uniquely in front of a rotating, folded metal panel, mimicking Max Headroom's signature geometric background. The only sound was a loud buzz, and this interruption lasted nearly 17 seconds before WGN engineers regained control of their broadcasts. The second intrusion happened about 2 hours later during a broadcast of the Doctor Who episode Horror of Fang Rock on PBS member station WTTW. This signal takeover was more extensive since no one was present at the affected tower. The masked figure could be heard making bizarre references to various topics such as New Coke advertising, the animated TV series Clutch Cargo, WGN Sports, sportscaster Chuck Swirsky, Greatest World newspaper bookworm, and other seemingly unrelated subjects. The video concluded with a woman spanking the masked figure's bare buttocks with a fly swatter while shrieking, "They're coming to get me," to which the woman responded, "Bend over," as the figure cried and screamed. After a total interruption of around 90 seconds, the hijackers ended their pirate broadcast, and normal programming resumed. Number 10. The Codex Gigas. The Codex Gigas, often called the Devil's Bible, is a Dark Age manuscript that grabs attention not only for its massive size, standing 36 inches tall and weighing around 165 pounds, but also for its mysterious origins and the strange legends surrounding it. Created in the early 13th century, this manuscript is famous for its intricate illustrations. It's believed to have been written by a single scribe over several decades. What makes the Codex Gigas especially captivating is the full-page illustration of the devil that gives the book its nickname. According to legend, a monk who was sentenced to be walled up alive promised to create the manuscript in one night in exchange for his freedom. To complete this massive task, he is said to have summoned the devil's help, which led to the inclusion of the chilling devil illustration. Beyond these legends, the Codex Gigas is an important historical and religious document. It contains a Latin Vulgate Bible, various medical texts, and other various works. Number 9. Lost City of Atlantis. The legendary city of Atlantis, first mentioned by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, has fascinated scholars and explorers for hundreds of years. According to Plato, Atlantis was a highly advanced civilization that thrived around 9,000 years ago, showcasing incredible technological and cultural achievements. Plato described its location as being beyond the Pillars of Hercules, which many believe refers to the Strait of Gibraltar. This description has led to numerous journeys and theories about its whereabouts. In his dialogues Timaeus and Critias, Plato paints a picture of a wealthy and powerful city-state with stunning architecture and an advanced government. According to the story, Atlantis vanished into the ocean in just one day and night of catastrophic events. Despite extensive searches and investigations, no definitive evidence of Atlantis has ever been discovered. Some researchers suggest that Atlantis might have been a real place that was destroyed by a massive natural disaster. Number 8. Flight MH370. On March 8, 2014, the world was stunned by the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines flight MH370. This ill-fated journey began in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, with the plane heading towards Beijing, China. The aircraft, a Boeing 777, carried 239 passengers and was expected to complete its 6-hour flight without issue. However, shortly after takeoff, something went awry. The plane's communication system was abruptly shut down, causing air traffic controllers to lose all contact with the aircraft. The last signal from MH370 was recorded at 1:19 a.m. local time, when the plane was over the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean, far from its intended path. In the frightened search that followed, numerous countries joined forces, scouring the South China Sea and the Indian Ocean in a desperate bid to find the missing plane. Despite their extensive efforts, only a few clues were uncovered. In 2015, a significant breakthrough occurred when a wing part known as a flaperon was discovered on a beach in Réunion Island, a French territory. This piece was confirmed to be from flight MH370, but it did little to help locate the main wreckage. The search continued over the years, focusing on a vast area in the Indian Ocean, but no other major pieces of the plane were found. By 2018, the official search was called off, although some private efforts persisted. The disappearance of flight MH370 remains one of the most perplexing and haunting mysteries in aviation history. Number 7. Beale ciphers. The Beale ciphers are a famous set of 3 mysterious codes, each crafted to conceal part of an extraordinary secret. These codes are believed to guard the location of a vast treasure trove, which reportedly includes gold, silver, and precious jewels worth over $43 million as of January 2018. This treasure is rumored to have been buried in the early 19th century, possibly around the 1820s, by a man named Thomas Beale. The first cipher is said to provide precise directions to the treasure's hiding spot, a location believed to be somewhere in Bedford County, Virginia. The second cipher details the composition of the buried wealth, specifying the types and quantities of the treasure. The third cipher reveals the names of the treasure's original owners, along with the names of their closest relatives, who were possibly involved in the treasure's concealment. Since the pamphlets containing these ciphers were first published in 1885, many experts in decoding, amateur private detectives, and treasure hunters have attempted to decode the remaining two ciphers. Despite their best efforts, including the use of advanced computational techniques and numerous expeditions, all attempts to unlock these secrets and find the treasure have ended in failure. The ciphers have intrigued historians and treasure enthusiasts for over a century, and the mystery surrounding them remains unsolved. Number 6. Pascagoula UFO Abduction. The Pascagoula UFO abduction is a spine-tingling story that happened on October 11, 1973. On that night, two co-workers, Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker, reported an unsettling encounter while fishing near Pascagoula, Mississippi. According to their account, they were abducted by beings from another world, an event that captured national attention and remains one of the most fixed UFO abduction cases ever recorded. Hickson and Parker described seeing an oval-shaped UFO hovering above them, glowing with a blue light. They claimed that, moments later, they were lifted off the ground and brought aboard this mysterious craft. Inside, they encountered bizarre creatures with wrinkled skin, claw-like hands, and no visible eyes. These beings subjected them to medical examinations before releasing them unharmed. The story quickly gained widespread attention after the men reported their experience to local authorities. Initially, there was skepticism about their account, with some doubting its credibility. However, lie detector tests administered by the sheriff's department later showed that both men genuinely believed they had experienced something extraordinary. Despite ongoing debates and scrutiny about the authenticity of the abduction and what it might mean for the existence of extraterrestrial life, Hickson and Parker never trembled in their story until their deaths. Number 5. The Dyatlov Pass Incident. In 1959, a group of 9 seasoned hikers embarked on a daring expedition to the remote mountains in Russia, with their sights set on conquering the peak of Otertin. What began as an exciting adventure soon transformed into a perplexing and tragic event, now known as the Dyatlov Pass Incident. When the hikers failed to return as expected, a search party was sent out and stumbled upon their deserted campsite. To their shock, the hikers' tent was discovered slashed open from the inside, and their bodies were found scattered in the surrounding area. Some of the hikers had sustained severe injuries, while others showed clear signs of intense cold. The circumstances of their deaths were nothing short of strange and baffling. Various theories have been proposed, from ice falls and animal attacks to secret military experiments and even encounters with extraterrestrials. Adding to the mystery, some of the bodies were found with unusual levels of radiation, further complicating the investigation and fueling speculation. Number 4. The Shroud of Turin. The Shroud of Turin is a long piece of cloth that many believe was used to wrap the body of Jesus Christ after his crucifixion. It measures about 14 feet long and 3.5 feet wide. On this cloth, there is a faint image of a man who appears to have wounds similar to those suffered by Jesus, such as marks from nails on his wrists and feet. People first began talking about the shroud in the 14th century when it appeared in a church in France. Since then, it has been kept in Turin, Italy, which is why it's called the Shroud of Turin. The shroud has been studied many times to determine whether it's real or fake. Ever since the shroud first appeared in history, there has been controversy and questions about its authenticity. Scientists have used methods like carbon dating to check its age. Some tests suggested that the cloth is from the Middle Ages, around 1003 AD, not from the time of Jesus. However, other researchers argue that the tests might need revision due to contamination or repairs made to the cloth over the years. There are also debates about how the image was produced. Some people think it's a miracle, while others believe it could have been created by an artist or through a natural chemical reaction. Despite all the studies, it has yet to be proven exactly how the shroud was made or whether it genuinely wrapped Jesus' body. Number 3. Disappearance of Harold Holt. Harold Holt, who was Australia's Prime Minister, mysteriously vanished while swimming in the surf near Port C, Victoria, on December 17, 1967. He had gone for a swim at Cheviot Beach, a spot known for its strong currents and dangerous waves, despite warnings from his friends. An extensive search was launched, involving hundreds of volunteers, Navy divers, helicopters, and even sonar equipment. But his body was never found. Holt was presumed dead, and a memorial service was held for him 5 days later, attended by many international leaders, including British Prime Minister Harold Wilson and U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson's representative. Although it is generally believed that Holt accidentally drowned, his sudden disappearance has given rise to numerous conspiracy theories. Some suggest he was a spy for the People's Republic of China and was whisked away by a Chinese submarine. Others speculate that he faked his own death to start a new life abroad, or that he was abducted by a UFO. Holt's disappearance remains one of Australia's greatest political mysteries, sparking intrigue and debate even decades later. Number 2. The Voynich Manuscript. The Voynich Manuscript, named after Wilfred Voynich, is a mysterious and beautifully illustrated book that has baffled scholars and codebreakers for centuries. Discovered in 1912, this manuscript is written in an unknown script and is adorned with intricate illustrations of plants, astronomical diagrams, and biological drawings dating back to the early 15th century. With 240 autograph pages filled with an estimated 25,000 words, the manuscript remains unreadable to this day. The text's unique structure and linguistic patterns have led some to believe it might be a constructed language or an elaborate trick. Numerous theories abound regarding its origins. Some suggest it could be an encoded scientific paper or a magical guide, while others believe it was created to deceive. The mysteries of the Voynich manuscript have attracted the attention of linguists, cryptographers, and enthusiasts from around the world. Many have attempted to crack its code using computational analysis and pattern recognition. But despite extensive efforts, the manuscript continues to tantalize scholars with its secrets, remaining an enduring mystery. Number 1. The Yonaguni Monument. Off the coast of Yonaguni, Japan, there lies an underwater marvel known as the Yonaguni Monument. Discovered in 1986 by a diver, this massive stone structure bears a striking resemblance to a visited pyramid, complete with decks and straight edges. Some experts suggest that this might be a man-made creation, potentially a relic of an ancient civilization that thrived over 10,000 years ago. In contrast, others argue that natural forces, such as underwater currents and geological processes, could have shaped it. The debate over the true origins of the Yonaguni Monument remains unresolved, adding to its beauty. Interestingly, the site also features what seem to be carvings and stone tools, hinting at a mysterious and forgotten chapter in human history. These intriguing elements suggest that if the monument is indeed man-made, it could provide valuable insights into an ancient culture lost to time. Whether a natural wonder or a human-made ruin, the Yonaguni Monument continues to captivate and puzzle researchers and adventurers alike, standing as a fascinating underwater mystery waiting to be fully understood. Which of these unexplained mysteries intrigued you the most? Do you have your own theories or explanations for any of them? Let us know in the comments below.